Hi, I'm Andreas Lenz. I'm a gameplay programmer at Purple Lamp Studios.
Andreas, what are you showing here at Gamescom?
We're showing SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated.
So this is not a remaster, this is a complete remake because you can't take that code and just update it. It's too old, right?
Well, engines have changed a lot, so yeah, this is a remake, complete from ground up. So we're building everything from scratch in Unreal Engine 4.
Were you able to take anything from the source code and use it, or no, just because it's too old?
We were not able to take anything from the original source code, but we are taking a lot of inspiration from the original game and how they did stuff.
Now, in terms of character abilities and movement and stages, is that like a one-to-one copy of the original?
Well, we're trying to keep the general feel of the game the same. We're trying to really stay true to what the original was doing. Of course, since we're rebuilding everything from the ground up, values change, things are slightly different, but they will pretty much be the same game you'll be playing at the end.
What are some of the challenges when you have the original game, I'm guessing you, for reference, as you're programming in the new game? Do you look at each one and just kind of make sure it looks as close as possible, or the moves look as similar as possible?
Well, we play the game a lot when we put in the features, so when we let's say we're doing the bash ability where he puts on his Viking hat and bashes into the air. You'll see me playing the original and bashing about 1,000 million things 1,000 million times until I really feel what the feature is about, and then I'll put that into the game.
What are some of the major changes gamers will notice that have played the original Battle for Bikini Bottom that you've changed in this version?
Well, there'll be a lot of embellishments and things that you'll see more in games nowadays, improvements to the controls, how they're now. This was a game from the PS2 era, and of course, tropes and rules were different from games back then. There'll be a lot of quality of life improvements that people have just become used to nowadays. So that's the main thing people will be seeing, and we'll also be working on the game flow to make it feel a bit faster and make the abilities flow a little bit better.
As a gameplay programmer, what does Unreal Engine 4 open up for you creatively?
Well, it's definitely made making games much easier and faster, and you can really concentrate more on really building gameplay and building the features nicely, and you don't have to worry so much about all the low-level stuff.
And one of the things you were able to reuse were the original audio files from the original PS2 version. Talk a little about that.
Basically, we are reusing all the original audio files for the English version. They're being remastered as well, I'm being told. And for the German version, they're completely being re-recorded.
So what are some of the challenges when you're trying to replicate an older game and making it, 4K HD and into 2019?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is communicating to people that you're actually remaking it and not just reskinning it. But one of the other ones, of course, is the whole nostalgia factor. So people remember the game a certain way, and getting that right is actually kind of the fun part about it, because you have to make this positive nostalgia, I call it. So it's like you're gonna play a game that's that's a 2020 game, but you kind of want to still get that feeling you had when you were playing it back in 2003. So that's one of the biggest challenges about it, yeah.
You're also coming out on every known platform available. Are there any challenges when releasing simultaneously on PS4, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PC?
Well, of course, that's a lot of work to bring it out to all those platforms. Unreal Engine actually makes this process really easy for us as well, but there's a lot of optimization that goes into making the game look as best as possible and feel as best as possible on each of the different platforms.
Do you have a favorite SpongeBob character, and why?
I actually really love SpongeBob himself. I know it's super the standard character, but I really love him because he's so relatable in a way.
When does the game come out, and what platforms will it be on?
Well, it will be coming out in 2020, more I can't say. It will come out on all the current gen platforms and on PC.